Welcome to the African Hub for Sustainable Creative Economies Knowledge Hub, a place to share research, knowledge and ideas, funded by the Arts and Humanities Research Council in the United Kingdom. This video considers the funding ecosystem for creative and cultural industries, shortened to CCIs, across Africa. Yemisi Makulu is an independent producer and CEO of Hatch. Victoria Kay is a business advisor, mentor and researcher, and she collaborates with Hatch. Claudia Maria Velila Zuluaga is an alumna of King's College London. She also collaborates with Hatch. The chapter aims to contribute to a better understanding of CCIs as an ecosystem in Africa, including the design and implementation of frameworks, tools, policies, and partnerships to address current funding needs and gaps sustainably. The focus is important because there is a lack of understanding by creatives and investors of investment processes and how these work within CCIs. Funding within CCIs can be separated into three main aspects. 1. Allocation or disbursement, the financing going to CCIs. 2. Access, the financing ecosystem from the point of view of the businesses. 3. Business support, usually key in connecting points 1 and 2. The CCI entrepreneur has to operate across all three spheres: allocation or disbursement, the financing ecosystem, and business support. Based on this, the chapter investigates what finance ecosystem exists for CCIs in Africa and how CCIs interact with it. It also considers how the ecosystem overlaps or connects with business support that is being provided or missing in the sector. The chapter features interviews with 14 stakeholders, including investors. The table shows that the participants were from Kenya, Ghana, Ethiopia, Nigeria, South Africa, Europe, and the US. There was a mix between funded and funder, and between male and female. The chapter uses an interpretive approach and thematic coding to analyse the data. It presents the findings under three themes. The findings show that space provision overwhelmingly acts as an enabler of change in the development and financing of CCIs. Participants saw the need for more empowering spaces supporting production, delivery, income generation, and infrastructural provision. The participants also pointed to difficulties with licenses and permits, unsigned or unimplemented treaties, and fragmented networks of third-party providers as factors hampering support. They also mentioned the lack of effective data on trade, including current and future trends and risks. Data is also connected with the digital landscape, which the interviewees saw as an enabler of access to information, networks, and education. The interviewees described the funding ecosystem as opaque and convoluted. Creatives usually do not know the various requirements and conditions attached to external funding. The participants characterised their experience with funding as one of trial and error. They identified investment training and information on how to raise capital in a sustainable way as important. These could easily become full-time jobs or distractions for CCI businesses. Some of them sought third-party funding, but others relied on family and friends, grants, or loans. Some creatives now aim to provide supporting platforms to the next generation of creative businesses to address the gaps and challenges they faced. The participants also saw the need for networks, mentorship, and the establishment of sectorial guilds and lobbying organisations. The areas that the interviewees mentioned in relation to business support include business training, how to develop self-sustainable business models, and help with operational challenges, including having the right team and expertise. Many participants saw the important role that digital technology plays. They associated digital technology with product diversification and access to information and networks. They further mentioned tailored digital training tied to monetization, data protection, and quality control. The chapter shows that there are two key considerations underlying the design of appropriate business frameworks for CCIs in Africa: flow of capital and education. There is a need for all stakeholders to make possible transparent flows of information and added value partnerships to facilitate sustainable access by businesses to the right networks, data, and support. If you would like to read this research in more detail, consider purchasing the book Higher Education and Policy for Creative Economies in Africa, or keep up to date with our Knowledge Hub via our social media channel. You can keep up to date with our work and research via the social media channels of the African Hub for Sustainable Creative Economies.